In this video, I want to show you how to trace a program in Python, and specifically using Pyzo. So what tracing means is to go line by line through the program and see how the values of the variables change. In order to do the tracing, I'm going to go to Tools and click on Workspace, so that I now have this table. This table for now doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. It will start making sense soon. Let's say that I want to define a variable, call it b, and set it to 42. If I say b equals to 42, I can, like you saw, figure out what the value is by pressing b, and here I have 42 as the output. I can also print b, especially if I'm doing it in the program, and then I get just a 42 without the out2 thing, because what I asked for the computer to do is to just print 42. I can also look up the value of b by looking here. Here the value of b is 42. If I were to change the value of b to 43, this would be reflected in the workspace. b is now 43. What I want to do now is I want to keep track of how my variables change as I run the secret number program. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a breakpoint on line 1. To put a breakpoint on line 1 means to stop the execution of the program on line 1 so that I can then go line by line. I am now pressing Control E, or that would be Command E on a Mac. And what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, so now I've stopped on line 1. So for example, the variable temp is not yet defined. If I try to query what the value of the variable temp is, like that, that would not work. It says name temp is not defined because we haven't gotten to line 2 yet. Temp is also not here. On the other hand, if I look up here, I can see that secret number is going to be here very soon, as soon as I execute line 1. So let me press this button, debug next, and what it's going to do is it's going to execute line 1 since I'm currently on line 1. I've executed line 1, and now secret number got defined as 16 because that's what line 1 did. I can check that by saying secret number, and it is now 16. The next line is line 2, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to define temp as secret number plus 8, so 24. So temp is not yet defined here. It's not anywhere in the workspace. If I try this, it's still not going to work because I haven't yet executed line 2. This green little thing means that I'm about to execute line 2 when I press debug next, but I haven't yet done that. Now if I press it, temp got defined. So now temp is 24, and if I try to check the value of temp like that, it's going to work. By the way, if I wonder what temp minus 8 is, I can do that. It's going to be 16. The next line says take temp and multiply it by 2. So temp is now going to be 24 times 2, 48. And now it says temp equals temp over 4. So temp is now 12.0. You can also check that temp is like that here. And now we're assigning temp minus secret number over 2 to answer. So answer is now, if we look it up, it's 4.0. And now we're printing 4.0, so that's what we did. In order to finish running, what I'll do is I'll just press continue. Now, if you repeat this process for other numbers, like for example maybe 32, and here I removed the breakpoint, so I had a breakpoint here, I removed it, you'll also get 4.0 like we saw during the workshop. You can also stop on lines that are not line 1. You can stop at line 4, for example. Let us restart Pyzo in order to erase the value for temp here and the value for answer. And now I want to stop at line 4, for example. So just after temp equals temp times 2 is executed. I'm again pressing Control E. On the Mac, that would be Command E. And now secret number got defined. Secret number is 32. Temp is not 40 because what happened is temp first was 40 and then it got multiplied by 2, so temp is now 80. Just before I execute line 4, temp is 80 because that's what the first 3 lines do, and I stop at line 4. And I can now go to line 5, and now temp has become 20 because we said temp equals temp over 4. Let's say that I don't want to run everything else line by line. I just want to run it all together at once. In that case, what I would do is I would just press debug continue, which says just continue with a normal execution of the program. And again, we got 4.0 as the output.